Stop. Everything. Right now. Put the pipette back into its stand with both hands visible at all times. Turn off the vortex mixer. Close the lid of the centrifuge if it's still running. And then place both palms flat on the table in front of you. No fidgeting, no hiding, no excuses. I want to see every tremor in your fingers while I speak, because tonight you're going to learn exactly what happens when you waste my time, my resources, and most importantly, my patience. I dedicated my entire evening, 3 hours and 17 minutes to be precise, to reading through this document you dared to submit to me this morning. 3 hours and 17 minutes of my life that I will never recover spent deciphering what can only be described as a monument to carelessness. Wrong delusions that invalidate half your kinetic data, miscalculated molarities that throw off every single endpoint you claimed to have reached, samples that are either unlabeled or labeled with abbreviations so cryptic they might as well be hieroglyphs only you can decipher. And this part truly fascinates me. You somehow managed to transpose 2 entire columns in the final table, which means every conclusion you drew is not merely incorrect, but actively dangerous. Do you have any concept of what happens when misleading data leaves this lab and reaches a peer-reviewed journal, a grant committee, or, God forbid, a regulatory body? Do you understand the kind of liability you are creating, not just for yourself, but for me, for the entire team, for the project I have spent the last 4 years of my life building from nothing? Or are you so deeply immersed in your own bubble of mediocrity that you genuinely believe no one will notice, no one will care, no one will hold you accountable? You thought, that word again, you thought, you assumed, you hoped, you guessed, but you did not verify, you did not double-check, you did not ask for clarification when you weren't sure. You simply decided that your half-hearted effort would be sufficient, that I would skim it, sign off, and allow you to walk out of here feeling as though you had accomplished something worthwhile. But you accomplished nothing except proving, yet again, that you're not ready for this level of responsibility, that you're not capable of the precision this work demands, and that you are, at this moment, nothing more than a very expensive, very frustrating liability that I now have to manage personally. Look at your hands. They're already trembling. Your breathing is shallow and erratic. Your pulse is visible on the side of your neck. I can see it jumping every time I speak, every time I move closer, every time the reality of your situation settles a little deeper into your bones. You're terrified that I'm going to fire you tonight, that one email from me to the program director will erase your internship, your recommendation letters, your entire future in this field. And you should be terrified, because right now that is precisely what I'm considering. But I haven't made my final decision yet. I'm giving you an opportunity, a very narrow, very fragile opportunity to convince me that you are worth keeping around, that you are capable of more than apologies and excuses, that you can be molded into something useful. Stand up, slowly, hands behind your back, no fidgeting, no looking away, eyes on me at all times. I want to see every flicker of fear, every spark of shame, every tiny sign that you understand exactly how much trouble you're in. You're going to redo this entire experiment from the very beginning. You're going to recalibrate every single instrument you touched today, the spectrometer, the centrifuge, the analytical balance, the pH meter, all of it. You're going to re-prepare every solution you diluted, weigh every reagent with the precision of someone whose career depends on it, because right now it does. You're going to relabel every vial with full, legible names, no abbreviations, no shortcuts, no lazy handwriting that only you can read. And you're going to do it tonight, right now, while I sit here and observe every single step you take. Because apparently you cannot be trusted to work unsupervised, and I have no intention of allowing you to make the same mistakes twice. You will come early tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that if necessary, but tonight you stay until I'm satisfied, until every number is correct, until every tube is labeled, until I look at your work and see something that doesn't make me want to tear it up and start over from scratch. And if you manage to do it perfectly, I might consider letting you thank me properly on your knees with your mouth, but only if you earn it. Only if you prove to me that you are capable of more than excuses, apologies, and trembling hands. Now get back to work. Crawl if you have to. I don't care how humiliating it looks. I care that it is done right. Start with the spectrometer, recalibrate it from scratch. Then move to the centrifuge, then the balances. I'll be sitting right here on this stool, watching every move you make, every bit of sweat on your forehead, every time your hands shake when you try to pipette, and I will be counting your mistakes, one by one, and with every mistake, I will be deciding exactly how long you will stay on your knees for me tonight, how deeply you will have to apologize, how thoroughly you will have to demonstrate that you understand your place. Swearing is easy, results are hard. Now move. I'm not a patient woman, and you're already testing the very last remnants of what little patience I have left for you. Start working. I'm watching. I see everything, and I remember everything. That's it. Keep going. Show me you can be useful. Show me you can obey. Show me you're worth keeping around. Or show me exactly why I should make you crawl out of here on your hands and knees when we're done. You see, the thing about mistakes is that they don't just disappear with apologies or promises to do better next time, because if that were the case, you would have learned by now, and we wouldn't be here in this dimly lit lab with the hum of the refrigerators in the background and the faint scent of ethanol hanging in the air, like a constant reminder of how sterile and unforgiving this environment is, how it demands perfection from everyone who steps inside, including little interns like you, who think a quick "I'm sorry" will erase the hours of work I have to redo because of your carelessness. explain. Oh, you can explain all you want, but explanations are for equals. And right now, you're not my equal. You are my subordinate, my responsibility, my little problem to fix. And I'm going to fix you in ways that will make you remember that night every time you step into a lab, every time you pick up a pipette, every time you even think about making a mistake, because tonight I'm going to make sure that the lesson sticks deep inside you, so deep that it becomes part of who you are, part of how you breathe, how you move, how you submit. You're still on your knees, aren't you? That's where you belong when you have disappointed me this badly. Looking up at me with those wide, frightened eyes that make me want to push you even further, to see how much you can take before you break completely, before you beg me not just for forgiveness, but for release, for the kind of release that only I can give you in this moment, because I hold all the power here. I hold your career, your future, and right now I hold you in the palm of my hand, literally and figuratively. Anything. Oh, that's a dangerous word to use around me, because I might just take you up on it. Might just decide that anything includes letting me unbutton your shirt slowly, one button at a time, exposing your chest to the cool air of the lab, watching how your skin flushes,